are starting to take a scary turn here in Perth, Western Australia. Morning fam! I start my new job today. I'm actually really excited. I'm not nervous yet, a little bit but not really. And to me that just kind of seems like I'm back in the right place, you know what I mean? So I'm excited for it. Woo! Good morning. Yesterday was so much fun. I'm so happy that I'm back in the fitness industry helping people. It is my first 6:30 a.m. start this morning. Now I may be speaking too soon, but I got up easier than I did when I fucking get up at like 8 o'clock. I think it's because I had a full 8 hours sleep last night. Go figure. But I forced myself to go to bed early last night. It was so shit because Adam got home really late from the gym and his routine, so it's like we didn't get to spend, I think we spent like half an hour together. He ate his dinner in bed with me while I was going to bed watching Friends. Like, that is going to be really shit, but gotta do what we gotta do. Alrighty guys, angle has to be a little different because my perfect setup that I had for my phone previously just doesn't work when you have a fucked car. It just rattles and rumbles and makes noise, and it's just not a fun time, you know? So yeah, we're resorted to me holding my, oh maybe I shouldn't say that's illegal. My new setup is a lot better, but anyway, just finished work for the day, so did 6 a.m. till 2 p.m. today, which is like, I'm tired. I could definitely go for a nap right now, but I don't want to get into the habit of coming home at 2 o'clock in the afternoon and sleeping, because then I will not be able to sleep at night, and that will be fucked because I get up at like 5:30 in the morning. So yeah, it's going to take a lot to get my body into this routine, but hopefully it's going to be okay. I mean, on the plus side, like, I've done 8 hours of work and it's only 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, I still have my day ahead of me. I mean, I don't have energy to have the rest of my day, but it's gonna happen. I'm supposed to be going to the gym tonight. We train with Adam, but we'll see how I go. I can't have pre-workout that late anymore because I definitely won't sleep. But anyway, I am loving my new job. Like, I'm just right in my element. Like, just training people and management and health and fitness. Like, forgot how much I missed like the PT side of health and fitness. Definitely in my element. I can tell I'm just really going to enjoy this role. I know it's going to be a little bit stressful at times, but you know, like I've said before, I work really well in high pressure situation, fast paced stuff, and I just cannot wait. I'm really excited. Like, I'm glad I'm finally feeling settled. Like, given it's only my second day at this new place, but I just know already from how I'm feeling that this is good, this is where I'm meant to be. Like, obviously still working on my own stuff, but yeah, for right now it's paying the bills and I'm happy at work, which is great. It is a good feeling. That the owners of the business are just fantastic. They are very hands-on, just really good, empathetic, down-to-earth people, which is good, you know. It's all about a company looking after you, right? So yeah, that's been fantastic. I am actually thinking about going home and filming a podcast because I really just want to keep in routine in filming regularly. Like, my YouTube videos are going up quite regularly. I just need content to film so I can actually keep putting up regularly, but it's going really well in my opinion. I'm really excited to just have a bit more of a routine with my own kind of stuff. Man, this is not a good angle. Whatever. But yeah, podcast. I'm hopefully gonna film my next one either today or the next couple of days. It is the weekend coming up as well, so I might put content out, which is good. So I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. I'm really tired. But yeah, I just wanted to jump on. I know it's been a fucking roller coaster of a month for all of us because I've dragged you along. So I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm really happy and I feel settled. So yeah, watch this jet lag where I'm forcing myself to stay awake for as long as I can so that I wake up in time, if that makes sense. Like, it's 5:30 right now. If I go to bed now, I'm gonna wake up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, if not earlier. So yeah, I'm not about to be about that life. Wow, that's how tired I am. So actually, it's not my idea. Let's blame Adam. Adam was like, let's go to the gym. So I'm about to join him at the gym for some fucking unknown reason. I probably shouldn't be vlogging because I'm already driving a little bit tired. I keep like dobbing myself in for illegal things. I'm gonna stop because I'm not about to kill someone. So see you soon. This coronavirus is getting hella scary. I listened to a podcast recently that you could have the virus but not show any symptoms for 5 to 7 days. And that really scared me because I'm not worried about dying from it because like I'm in pretty good health, I think. I'm just worried about like if I interact with my grandparents or a kid or anyone that is my age or older that isn't healthy like I am, you are interacting with people and passing it on without knowing it. And I know that's why everybody's trying to do a 2-week like self-containment or isolation. But the world must go on. Like, I can't afford to stay at home for 2 weeks. Like, the luxury of all these people that are just like, oh, I'm just not going to go to work for 2 weeks. Like, yeah, people have sick leave, but some people don't. And what I'm really worried about, and the more I think about it, it's like really scary, because this was also on the podcast, is I'm more worried about the economic impacts that this virus is going to have. Like, the amount of businesses that are shutting down because there's like a big amount of people that come and go from the businesses, and they're just trying to like reduce the spreading of the virus. But like the state that we're in terms of food supply, I went to Woolworths and Coles in the last few days to do my normal weekly food shop, and there was nothing. Like, it's not just toilet paper, like there's no pasta, there's no lentils, chickpeas. Lucky I'm vegan because there was no meat. There was like 5 or 6 shelves and a few aisles in the freezers, like where it was normally fully stocked with meat. There was nothing. All the plant-based vegan meat was still there. So, you know, shout out to vegans. It pays off not eating animals. It's really scary. I'm really worried about going into, like, this is obviously an extreme situation, but I'm worried about going into a recession. Because the more people that are isolating, they're buying less things, people are closing down their business. Like, it's really scary to think how much this could impact outside of a health thing. Like, it's obviously really sad, people are really sick and in some cases dying. But what about the after effects as well? Like, it's really scary. So I think the thing that I'm trying to come to terms with is, normally I come to the conclusion that I don't listen to the media. Like, I don't watch the news at all. First of all, it's all like, they get paid to put stories out, right? They're stories. They put out whatever the fuck they want to put out. It doesn't necessarily have to be accurate or true or whatever it is. It's just, the news is advertisement, like it's sales, right? So I've never ever watched it. I never believe it. It's fucking depressing and it's just bullshit in the first place. So I unfollowed all my news things on Facebook. I don't watch TV anyway. Even if I did, I wouldn't watch the news. So now that they're now on the news is obviously all about corona. So I'm in this position where it's like, I don't really believe what's on the news in the first place. But so do you believe what's going on in the depths that they're explaining about corona? Like, obviously they want to create hype and warnings and all this kind of shit, but at the end of the day, like, how much of it is factual? How much of it is like scientific proof? Like, where are the scientists throughout this? You know, like, they're the people I want to be listening to, like scientists, doctors, not fucking reporters and people on the news, because they're just paid advertisements to bring out whatever information they want. So I don't really know who to listen to, and I think at this point, like, I don't know how seriously to take it. Like, And that's what's really scary, is at the beginning everyone was like, oh, it's just a flu. Like, you'll be fine, you'll get it, you know, you'll just be like sick. But now, like, half the fucking world is in lockdown and people are dying and there's no food on the shelves and businesses are closing down, and it's like, holy fuck, like, this is really scary. And that, like, you have to try and not panic, because if you panic, everybody else panics, and then everybody just gets more freaked out, and then people just, like, it's going to be chaos. Like, I wouldn't even be surprised if this kept going for months, that there was fucking riots, and, like, it's really scary, like, when you're in that position and that mindset where you just, like, fear for what's happening, because you just, the unknown, like, you don't know what's going on. So I don't know how to go about my days. Like, at this point I have no choice. Like, I have to go to work because I need to get paid, I need money to survive. So that's what I mean. But what about everything else? Like, I'm still going to the gym. Should I not be going to the gym? So that's really frustrating. It's like, we should still be looking after ourselves. So do I just do workouts from home? If I want to go drive to see my mum, should I not be interacting with my mum right now? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how seriously to take it, and I don't know how to go about my day to day. Because on the news as well, this is a big thing. On the news and on social media, they're very big to be like, this is what's going to happen if it gets to this point. Yeah, we know what's going to happen. Like, we know what's coming. But where's the information to stay safe except for isolation? Like, how are they going to explain to us, you know, if you have these symptoms, you should go to this doctor, you need to do that, this and that. Like, there's no help. It's just, hey, this is what's coming. Have fun with that. Like, that's why I fucking hate the news. Like, there's no help or support for people on the news. It's just like, hey, corona's here. Corona's spreading quickly. Yeah, we know that. Like, we know it is. But where's the help? Like, what do we do here? Someone fucking send help. So, I don't know. I'm a little freaked out, but, yeah, I just have to go about my day. Now that I'm in a studio, I'm interacting with people daily. We have hand sanitizer, I'm washing my hands, but it's airborne. Like, I think. See, I don't even know. I'm not educated on this because they don't tell us. So, am I more susceptible to it because I'm interacting with multiple people throughout the day? Or what? Like, how do I know the people that are coming in don't have it? Or anything in like that in general, you know? So, yeah, that's where I'm at. But, yeah, happy COVID-19. Friday night's done right.
Zegger.
Yeah, thanks, hon. Thanks, honey.
This world of dining table.
News!
Fuck yeah,
Oh,
9
baby.
grand for Adsy.
Honey. Oh. Need some help? Do you want some help, baby? Are you pole dancing? Oh.
That's sexy.
Hello guys, happy Monday. Wow. Things are starting to take a scary turn here in Perth, Western Australia. They are starting to announce closures of all non-essential places and businesses. At the moment, as of 12 p.m. today, the only things that are open are schools, shopping centres for food, banks, petrol stations, and like pharmacies or chemists. So they're shutting down all leisure places like the movies or cafes, restaurants, bars, They've also closed gyms. So that's a big scary one, the health and fitness industry, for a few reasons. I'm not 100% sure on my studio yet because it's not a proper gym. It's like really small, so I don't know if we jump into that criteria. But I can't get a hold of my manager, so I'm not really sure what's happening with my job. But Adam's gym, my previous workplace, closed today indefinitely, so we don't know what's going on with everyone's work. He's there now, so I'll update you guys as soon as we know, but it's like fucking terrifying. I know so many people that have already lost their jobs, and it's so crazy how quickly this is all happening. It's like really scary, and like I wasn't hoarding food or anything before, but now that they're saying everyone's going to go into lockdown, like I'm actually anxious and scared to go to the shops to get food, like for the next however long we're going to be inside, because I know it's just going to be fucking mayhem. I'm also sick, like I'm off work today because I'm sick, and you're not supposed to go out if you're sick. So it's like I'm supposed to stay home, but I need to get food because everything's going to close, so it's really scary, like financially. And you don't think about this kind of stuff. Like you hear about it, you hear about the Great Depression or previous recessions or global financial crises that we've been in. It's like you hear about that stuff and you're like, wow, that must have been tough. It's scary. But it's like 2020, and I reckon we're going to head into another one. Like it's fucking terrifying and it's so scary. I feel so bad for all the businesses out there that are not allowed to operate. Like you don't stop paying rent just because you can't trade. Do you know what I mean? Like, and so many people would have kids, and it's just, it is so scary to think about. And I don't know what I would do if I lost my job. Like, I think they're meeting tomorrow, like the government people. I don't know anything about politics and law, even though I studied it in school. The government and all the ministers and professionals are meeting on Tuesday, so tomorrow, to talk about like tenancies, and I'm hoping that means something to do with they have to bring the rent down because no one's fucking working to pay rent. I don't know what people with mortgages are doing. I hope that banks are reducing mortgage repayments, but it's like I know that the government and Centrelink and stuff have brought out heaps of payment plans and payment options for people that have lost their job due to the virus. Oh, man. But I think it's only for, like, if you're a casual worker that's been laid off, or you're a sole trader that can't get work because of it. I don't know what happens with full-time workers. But yeah, it's kind of like all up in the air and unknown at the moment, which is the scariest part. But scary, we've never experienced anything like this, and I don't really know how to prepare for it, apart from save as much money as you can and stay inside right now and buy food. Like, that's what else do you do? Like, do they give you instructions if you go into lockdown? Like, I've never been through this before, and it's kind of fucking freaking me out. But the one thing I really wanted to talk about, which I'm worried about, especially with gyms and stuff closing, is mental health. Like, I know a lot of people that go to these certain places for their mental health, whether it's they go to cafes to be social to keep themselves mentally okay, or they go to the gym. The gym is such a big one to keep people, you know, healthy and fit, but mentally as well. Like, I'm actually really worried about people's mental health during this thing. Like, even just being isolated at home for introverts is going to be a fun time. Like, I don't mind being at home, but I know people that will go fucking stir crazy at home, or like feel depressed or anxious just around the thought of what's going on out there. Like, I am really, really worried about people's mental health. Yeah, it's a scary time. So every time I get an update, I will tell you guys. This got announced last night. And everything's going on lockdown as of 12 o'clock today. So I'm so sick. think I have corona. I don't meet the symptoms, but obviously still sick, so shouldn't be going out anyway. But yeah, it's fucking scary how quickly this thing is spreading. Like, I keep reading all these news articles around all the other states that are in lockdown and all the countries, like what Italy's been going through is just horrible, and now America's apparently in that state. But it just happens so quickly, like in 24 hours everything can change. So people really need to be following what people are saying, like the government officials and stuff. We need to be listening to their advice, because I think even they don't. I think even they're underestimating how quickly this is all happening. I can't fucking breathe. So it's really fucking scary, but I think it's really important to band together during this time for mental health reasons. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. I will update you as soon as something happens, but yeah. I think it's just hit me that I officially don't have a job.